walls might be thin and maybe my neighbor can hear me. It's like 4 something a.m. and I'm leaving Japan. So I wanted to make a video about like my expectations and stuff for leaving Japan, culture shock and stuff like that, but I didn't get the chance to because I'm last minute and I only packed today and my flight is in a couple hours. Can you see? Like everything is just a mess, and so it was a lot. So I'm gonna take you on my trip back. Let me tell y'all how I was fighting to get on the Shinkansen. So I have the old suitcases and they don't have the 360 wheel, so I used this jacket to tie on 2 of them to try and move all 3 suitcases at the same time. So just imagine that on the escalator. It was so hard. It's around 6 a.m. I did everything so last minute because I really didn't know I was gonna go on this trip. I packed a couple hours before, so I had 0 sleep and everything was just happening so fast. But let's see how it's gonna turn out. This has been the most eventful travel experience I've ever had by far, and I can't wait to tell you, like, so many things went wrong and went right at the same time, and that sounds like a big contradiction, but that's literally what happened. And yeah, I'm so grateful. I need my flight to be now. I'm so ready. I don't feel prepared for, like, it doesn't feel real, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel real that I'm going to be back, you know what I mean? Like, seeing my family. I'm not ready for the culture shock that I'm about to experience. And the fact that I didn't even plan this trip like in detail in advance, it was just very spontaneous in a way. It's crazy. My feet hurt. I'm so sleepy. I haven't slept in like 1,000,001 hours. And so that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get on the plane. For this 17-hour flight is sleep. So excited. And I just got some food at the airport. Most of the places were closed because of Corona to prevent the spread. Let me show you what I got. I got the last yakisoba dough. So this is, I already started eating it. It had seafood and beef and all that. And I want to continue eating it, but like on the plane, I don't know, the vibe isn't, let's eat this meal right here. So I want to wait until I get on the plane. And I don't know if you remember from one of the videos that I did before, but this BTS thing that I was trying to figure out what its purpose was. It's a good little bag to hold your passport, your boarding pass, everything, because it's so long. And I think it's meant for the concerts, but oh my goodness, skip the concerts, use this for the airport, like lifesaver. See how it just attached to me, real nice and things. So yeah, almost time. I'm so sleepy. It's painful at this point. It's taking long for me to board. Finally boarding, so I can tell y'all this story. So y'all saw that I was struggling with 3 suitcases. I was taking my jacket to try and pull all 3 of them at the same time, and I wasn't sure if I was allowed 1 piece or 2 pieces, because like with American Airlines, I think you're allowed 2 pieces, but like this is like a connection with Japan Airlines through American Airlines, so I wasn't sure, and I was only allowed 1 piece. So like when I got to the counter, me and the girl are just staring at each other because like I have 2 suitcases. It costs $100 to pay for the extra suitcase, and I'm just like, what do we do, right? So I end up transferring everything to 1 suitcase because I had like enough weight to do that. So I did that, and then I'm left over with an empty suitcase, and now I'm like, sis, where do I discard of this? They're like, there's nowhere to discard of your suitcase in the airport. I'm like, my flight is soon. What do I do? Like, it was such a miracle, honestly. And through the help of like someone, I was able to make it on my flight. That's all I can say. Someone helped me, and I'm grateful. So it's eating time. Let me tell you about Japan Airlines. It's so good. The service good, the food good. Everything was so good. I didn't expect the meal to be so balanced. When I first came to Japan, I flew with American Airlines and it was a different set, like it wasn't like this. So Japan Airlines, you have the salad, you have side dishes. Here we had like a, let me give it some time to open, but it was a seafood pasta, like a small seafood pasta thing going on. Next to it is another side. It's like a creamy type of side. I can't really remember what it was, but it tasted good. It was creamy. I think it had like bacon pieces in it, and it was just so good. No bacon, actually it's vegetarian. It was like a coleslaw-ish vibe going on. This one right here, it's more of a dessertish. I think it was a pumpkin type of flavor. It was my least favorite thing. I don't know why, but it just wasn't my vibe. But everything else was so delicious. And this is the main. And I forgot to mention, you get to choose like what you want. There was another option. This is beef gyudon. So it's like a beef stew, if that's the best way to describe it, and rice. And I can't remember what the other option was. And then like a packet of senbei or rice crackers on the side. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was also sitting next to a grandma. And let me tell you, I don't want to sit next to anybody else but a grandma on the plane anymore, because she treated me like her own child. When the food was coming, like she was helping to pass it to me. She was just being extra nice. She woke me up when it was time to like get something to drink or get something to eat, and it was just truly amazing. On the flip side of that though, I was sitting behind a child and they were letting me have it in the back of my seat, but it was fine. Yeah, that was the start of the trip, and it's going good so far. So let's see. My goodness, almost there, and look how beautiful outside looks. It's so nice. So just like in Japan, they give you the towel to wipe your hands, and we're almost in Chicago, just a little more to go. And before you land, they feed you. This time we got a menu with instructions on how to put the meal together, because this was one that you had to mix like two things into one container, and the instructions have pictures. It's in English and Japanese, and it was like a salmon thing going on, salmon pasta. And yeah, it was so good as usual. There it is, and then I'm going to show you step by step on how I did it. So first, it's this part. I honestly cannot remember. I think this is the salmon. I really cannot remember what everything was, because yeah, this was a while ago. I was half asleep. So yeah, here's the salmon, and then at the bottom is the pasta. The pasta has salmon in there. I'm sorry if it is voiceover. I'm learning about what's in this just like you are. So we're in this together. So I mixed this sauce into the pasta. I think the purple thing on the side, I was actually gonna put it in there too. Then I realized it was jello. It was the dessert. Good thing I did not do that. And I think again, remember I was telling you about the grandma that was sitting next to me. I think she helped me. I can't even remember why. I watched her do it and then I did it after, because you see, I picked up the jello to put it inside and realized I was just being silly. So yeah, this is it. I mixed it up. It was delicious. No complaints. Yum 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 yum. So it's the last stretch of this flight, and before I forget, I need to tell you about my husband on this flight, or at least I thought I met my husband. So when I entered the plane, I was the seat behind, like the emergency seat, right? So if you know how that's set up, like the emergency seat people, they don't have anywhere to put their bags, and I did not know that. I'm just like here clueless. So there's this guy, fine as hell, looking at me. Then he's just like, can you put my bag under the seat? And then in my head I'm like, can't you do it yourself? Like, you know, my default is not so nice. Well, in that moment, because I was confused, because I thought he was just wanting somebody to do something for him, which shouldn't have made sense to me. But anyway, he tells me that, then I realized, oh shoot, he can't actually do it himself. So I put the bag onto his seat for him. He was so fine, staring into my soul and everything. But here's how we got our divorce. When I got up from my seat and I was trying to get my suitcase down, I'm going to do it myself, right? But it would be nice if a fine guy that I just helped to put his thing onto his seat would help me take down my suitcase, but he didn't. And that was the end of our marriage right there. Because, yeah, I don't know why. So tell me what you think. Should I have divorced him? What should I have done? My last flight of the day. I'm so happy. I just got food. I'm so hungry too. But yeah, I was thoroughly surprised they fed you. They fed me twice on the plane. And it wasn't that long. And I just got some Mexican food. I haven't had Hispanic food in so long, so I'm very excited. As soon as I get on the plane, I'm gonna tear this shit up. Let me show you. So I got soup and a chipotle sandwich. And this might be the spicy chipotle also. Yeah. Look at the price. Well, it wasn't that bad. The price wasn't that bad. Let me stop complaining. And then I also got a shot glass for my brother that's in Chicago because he collects shot glasses. But yeah, almost there. It's crazy. I accidentally pressed the wrong button and I got a Cuban pork sandwich instead of a chicken chipotle. It is what it is. This is my last flight and I'm going to Florida. And let me tell you how I met my second husband in immigration. So I was so scared going through immigration. I do not know why. And then this man was so nice and he was like speaking to me in Japanese as like a joke. And he really did speak Japanese and he was so fine. Let me get back to Chicago like now.
Attention, the doors have not closed properly. Please.
Hey! Reunited and it feels so good! Recording. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Let's open Japanese omiyage. Let me see if I could see. I'm unpacking my suitcase.
He played really well and then it gets dropped. You don't want to be in that situation next year where you're picking Martinez
Yeah, I want to try
or Varane, bench Varane.
I bought this at the airport.
So maybe we will play with
Yeah, it is. I bought this at the airport. And then
I do think Maguire's going to start. And that means that Varane or Martinez get dropped or shift to that position.
Trash can.
But remember Varane, I'm convinced Varane's got injury problems. I hope I'm getting it wrong. So it probably will be Maguire.
Yeah, I know. I collected these over the years because like I wanted to send a box of all the presents.
But
I didn't
Martinez is left footed and Timber isn't. Martinez is more experienced than Timber. He's more of a leader than Timber. So there's many reasons to think that Martinez is a more suitable signing for United right here, right now.
Y'all want to try one of these snacks? These are like chips.
I was outside.
And they're called, I forget what they're called.
You can get it more on.
I think I might. Which one do you want to try?
But I wasn't the only one.
You'll see.
This one. So there we go. We all know the ones.
The same one? I just want to show you a gift selection.
New looks.
I do.
New tricks. New essentials. Up to 65% off.
These are all the stuff that I collected with the card.
Lisandro Martinez,
Yeah, you
as we
can
understand it
open
from
it
the
with
Ajax.
pie. Which one did you choose? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I am. Say hi to YouTube. Okay, at least I want to see which one-piece keychain you got. Yeah. Oh, you got hit. You wanted Ace, though, innit? Because right that this boy knew I was coming. He have the bed without sheet. He have his backpack and his suitcase on top of the bed. Also his clothes on the bed. He got his flame fruit. You feel the power? What's inside? I didn't know. Oh wow, that's actually cool. It's different from the Dragon Ball Z one. Try it. It's expired. Try it.
It does stuff.
It's chocolate. Y'all let me know how y'all think it is. It's just green tea. How does it taste?
I can taste the green tea in it. It's good.
Okay.